Good morning, students. How are you all today? Hope everybody is doing fine and staying safe at home. We will begin our English session today and continue with the topic of descriptive writing. The objectives of today's lesson are: understand what is an annotation and how we can annotate a text. Ready, everyone? Annotation. What is annotation? Annotation means to add notes to a text or diagram, giving explanation or comments. Can you look at the picture of the book? It has been highlighted using different colors. There is a sticky note with notes written on it. So basically, annotation means to look for important things in a text. It could be a passage, a paragraph, an essay, a story, a book. We can annotate any text. Annotation helps us in understanding what the author has written. Annotating. Annotating is an action word, therefore it's a verb. What is annotating? When a reader adds notes or comments to a text. So whenever you are reading something and you underline, circle, highlight the text, you are actually annotating. How do we annotate? The first thing that we can do to annotate a text is highlight. Highlight words that are unknown to you. Now you must be doing this, right? When you are reading something, you underline words that are new to you and you don't know the meaning of those words. So when you do this, you are annotating a text, and this is highlighting the words that you don't know, and later on you use a dictionary to find the meaning, what they mean. So highlighting new words is annotating a text. Another way to annotate a text is to summarize it. When do we summarize it? We summarize a text when it is very difficult for us to understand the whole detail. So what do? We summarize it. We summarize a long text and make it short. And how do we summarize? We summarize by picking out important points from the text. And how do we write them? We write them in our own words. So it makes it easier for us to understand. When we do this, we are annotating a text. When you are reading a text, you write questions that you have as you are reading. Like for example, in the first paragraph, when you are reading the first paragraph of the story, there is something that comes to your mind and you want to know about it. So that question which comes to your mind while you are reading the text, you write it down on a small sticky note. And when you write this question down on a small sticky note, you are actually annotating. You annotated questions regarding the text. It could be why, when, how, where, what. So when you ask questions while you are reading the text, you are annotating it. Okay, students, another way that you can annotate a text is by commenting on the characters. Now we all know that there are different characters in a storybook, right? Whenever you are reading a story, there will be characters in it. Now you might like some characters and you might not like some characters. So when you describe the character and when you comment about the character, when you write what you feel about the character, is also annotating. You might like the character or you might not like the character. You might agree with the actions of the character or you might disagree with the actions of the character. So when you write these comments regarding the character, about the character, whether you like it or you dislike it, then you are also annotating. Okay, let's see if you can annotate anything else in the text. Another thing that you can annotate in a text is give your comments on the author's usage of literary devices. Now, what does this mean? This means that while you are reading a text, you are going to highlight the language the author has used in the text. What kind of language has the author used to create an image in the reader's mind? Powerful words, use of figurative language, which is similes, metaphors, and personification. So when you come across such things while you are reading a text and you highlight those important things, then you are annotating the text. Another question that can come to your mind is, why do we need to annotate a text? Why can't we just simply read a book and finish? Or we read a text and finish? Why do we need to annotate it? Why is the teacher asking us to annotate this text? Well, there are several very important reasons to annotate a text, but I'll just mention few of them over here which are really important. The first thing that annotation helps us to do is it helps to focus on what we are reading. If you are annotating while you are reading, you will focus on the text. You will look for important points. You will look for questions that you want answers to. You will look in detail to the text. So when you annotate, you look for details. You keep track of important details and you focus when you are reading. So these points help us to become better readers and we are able to understand the text better. So annotation is really helpful. Okay students, now let's review our topic. What do we do when we annotate a text? The first point is that we read the text. We circle any new vocabulary words that we come across. We highlight key and important details from the text. And we always ask ourselves this question, what is the text mostly about? Alright students, now open your books to page number 91. Go to question number 5. Copy and annotate the extract below, picking out the vocabulary and imagery that create a powerful description of a cave. Now you all know what a cave is, right? There is a picture of the cave also on the slide. Now what you have to do is you need to annotate this extract. How you will annotate and what you will annotate. You are going to find vocabulary or powerful words that the writer has used to describe the cave. And when you find these words, you will circle it. Then you will look for imagery. That means you are going to look for similes, metaphors, and personification in the text, which the writer has used to describe the cave. When you find similes, metaphors, and personification, you are going to highlight it. It's very easy. You just need to read the text carefully. Keep a pencil and a highlighter with you while you're reading and circle descriptive words or vocabulary words which are used to describe the cave and highlight the imagery. Understood all of you? Finish this work and send it to me for corrections.